I get this question all the time, so I'm going to break down exactly what a virtual assistant does in 3 steps in this video. I have my notes, so let's get into it. Okay, so step 1 is actually getting clarity on what a virtual assistant even is. So a virtual assistant is someone who is a freelancer, they're their own business owner, and they help other businesses with tasks that business needs to start outsourcing. And what we see is when a business starts to grow, they end up having a bigger to-do list than they imagined, and they need to offload those tasks to someone. And that's exactly what a virtual assistant will do. They'll take on those surplus tasks that the business owner doesn't have time for. So instead of the business owner hiring in a full-time member of staff, they'll hire in a virtual assistant because they're more flexible with their time, they're more flexible with the support that they can give, and there's less paperwork and less risk for the business owner hiring in a virtual assistant rather than the full-time member of staff at this point of growing their business. Okay, so step 2 is what does a virtual assistant actually do? So we know that a VA will help with those surplus tasks that the business owner needs to outsource. So what are those surplus tasks? They can be anything which relates to the runnings of the business. And a huge advantage for a business hiring a virtual assistant is VAs are typically all-rounder support instead of them hiring an employee who has a specific role in the business. So what does that all-rounder support entail? So we've got the different service offerings that a VA will help with. We have admin, which is the most popular one. This could be, for example, you drafting up replies in your client's inbox and helping tidy up their inbox. You've got creative and design. So for example, you could create the presentation slides for your client. We've got marketing, for example, you running their social media accounts like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We have events planning. So you could help actually plan, research, and execute the events for your client's business. We have customer service and sales. For example, you could be responding to customer inquiries, or you could be helping with sales in the DMs. We've got tech and systems. So this can look like you actually setting up a new software or tracking the data and analytics for your client's business as well. And then we've got projects, which could look like you actually managing a project and making sure you're achieving the certain deadlines for the project as well. Every single busy business owner will want to outsource at least something within their business. So your job as a virtual assistant is to help reduce that workload by taking those tasks off of the to-do list. And step 3 is going to be understanding what transferable skills you actually have. We know that virtual assistants can help with a broad range of different services, but you need to understand what is unique to you and your skill set that you can leverage for your business. I actually have a free quiz that is linked in my bio, which will tell you if you do have the skills to become a virtual assistant. So I'd love for you to go take that for you to get the clarity in order to start your VA business. Hope this helped. Bye.